हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल सिविल इंजीनियरिंग नोट्स चेंजिंग द वे ऑफ लर्निंग। स्वागत है आप सबका। अब हम बात करने जा रहे हैं सिविल इंजीनियरिंग सब्जेक्ट सॉइल मैकेनिक्स का पार्ट 5 लेके। यहाँ पे मैं सॉइल मैकेनिक्स का कुछ थ्योरी पार्ट डिस्कशन करूँगा। तो चलिए अभी स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ। फॉर कोर्स grained soil, certain particle size such as D10, D30 and D60 are important. The D10 represents a size in mm such that 10% of the particles are finer than its size. Similarly, the soil particles finer than D60 size are 60% of the total mass of the sample. A very important. The size D10 is sometimes called effective size or effective diameter. The uniformity coefficient is a measure of the particle size range and is given by the ratio of D60 to D10 size. The uniformity coefficient for a uniformly graded soil is nearly unity. Unity मतलब 1. The uniformity coefficient for a uniformly graded soil is nearly unity. Unity मतलब 1. The soil is said to be well graded soil when the uniformity coefficient is more than 10. More than 10. Determination of consistency of soils. Very important. The term consistency denotes the degree of firmness of the soil, which may be termed as soft, firm, stiff or hard. The term is mostly used for fine-grained soils of which the consistency is related to a large extent to water content. The fine-grained soil may be mixed with water to form a plastic state, which can be molded into any form by pressure. The addition of water reduced the cohesion, making the soil still easier to mold. Further addition of water reduce the cohesion until the material no longer retains its shape under its own weight but flows as a liquid. According to Swedish agriculturist Atterberg, the soil passes through the 4 stages or states a consistency with the appropriate consistency limits. The 4 states are solid states, semi-solid states, plastic states and liquid states. The Atterberg limit, which are most useful for engineering purposes, are liquid limit, plastic limit and sinkage limit. These limits are expressed as percent water content. The liquid limit is defined as the minimum water content at which the soil is still in the liquid state and just develops the shear strength against flowing. The plastic limit is defined as the minimum water content which makes the soil to be rolled into 3 mm diameter threads. The shear strength of a soil in the plastic limit is higher than that in the liquid limit. The sinkage limit is defined as the maximum water content of a saturated soil at which a reduction in its moisture does not cause a decrease in volume of soil mass. When the water content in a soil is reduced beyond the sinkage limit, the soil will be in a solid state. देखिए, the difference between the liquid limit and plastic limit of a soil is termed as plasticity index. When plastic limit is equal to or greater than liquid limits, then the plasticity index is 0. Very, very important. The difference between the liquid limit and the sinkage limit is called Sinkage Index. The ratio of liquid limit मतलब WL, ratio of liquid limit minus the natural water content to the plasticity index IP इसका रेशियो को कंसिस्टेंसी इंडेक्स और रिलेटिव इंडेक्स कहा जाता IC. A soil with relative consistency is 0 is at its liquid limit, and if relative consistency is 1, it is at the plastic limit. If relative consistency exceeds unity, the soil is in a semi-solid state and will be stiff. D. The ratio of the natural water content minus its plastic limit to the plasticity index is called liquidity index. Very, very important. The flow index in a soil indicates the shear strength variation with water content. The ratio of the plasticity index to the flow index is called toughness index. Very, very important. The ratio of plasticity index to the clay fraction is known as activity of clay. So guys, it is much for today. अगर आप हमारा चैनल पे नया है तो चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. थैंक यू.